Hi everyone, I just would like to make sure that we're all aware of a resource that we have on our school's website that has to do with ebooks that are available to us and our students throughout the year. Right here I'm going to show you the Burke Memorial site. This is also located on the McGovern site, but if you come over here to the quick links, you'll see that we have a link right here to Tumblebooks. When we click on Tumblebooks, it's going to open a site for us that looks like this. If we are working in the computer lab, this is just fine, or the Chromebooks, but if you're working on an iPad, please note that you're going to want to go to Mobile and then click Go here, and it will then run automatically on the iPads as well for you. We have different categories that are available to us for the ebooks. You have storybooks and chapter books. You have math stories, which is kind of cool. You have some playlists and graphic novels, and the videos aren't really videos that you think of. It's more of different types of groups of playlists that they put together for you. So we're going to take a look underneath storybooks, and when you click underneath storybooks, I wanted to let you know that this interface, you can sort by many different details: title, newest, author, reading level, and you can sort through it here. It's kind of neat how it tells you the reading level and the accelerated reader info as well. If you're doing anything with the book reviews in your classroom, then you could click Read on the book review, and this would give you some great examples of how other people are writing book reviews for books as well, so something to browse through on that. I'm going to take you right now to the Paper Bag Princess and show you how this works. I just want to point out over here on the right hand side, not all of the books have the same features designed and built yet. Some of them have quizzes and games and word helpers. If you like the word helper feature that I'm going to show you, then you can search by that, but this feature right here is actually pretty fantastic. So we're going to read Paper Bag Princess, and in order to read that, you're just going to click on that play button right there. Here, I'll press play. I was testing that. I'll press play, and it's going to be pretty loud. Introduction. Let's pause that. Phew. Okay. So here are some features that you have within the story. Auto will read the book to them. It will highlight the words as it's read. You do not have to have this feature. You can hit this sound right here, it pauses it. So if I'm on manual and I mute it, this is where the students will read it themselves. This works a little bit differently with the older books. It's by default that the students will read it. But what I like about it is that it will read it to them, or they can read it. But I really am drawn to this word help feature right here. When you click on the word help, if the students have trouble reading the story at some point, they can just click on the button.
There was a princess named Elizabeth who was going to marry a prince. There was a princess named Elizabeth who was going to marry a prince named Ronald.
If the student doesn't need the whole sentence read to them, the highlighted words, which are often the trouble words, if you click on just the word
princess, princess, princess,
it'll help the students read that way as well. So we would go to the next button, and you would have this. See how when I'm on the next button, it's not being read to them because I kind of changed it to manual and I muted the sound, but it can give us some help here up in the word help feature. So I find this to be pretty fantastic. When you come back here at the end, if it says quiz, if that category is there, it has a quiz next to it. But I think that this can become a pretty powerful tool for us guys as we start to explore some ebooks options. It can be used at centers. So if you have some iPads in your room, you set up the iPads, you have the kids plug in their headphones, and maybe they have a splitter. Maybe you have multiple students reading, listening to the same book. Maybe you have different centers set up, or books being read at different levels. So one table is reading at listening to a different level and reading, and the other one's reading at maybe a higher level. So something to consider. It's a great resource. It's free to us. Again, as I said, you don't have to do a lot. There's no login for the students. This might become nice for you to start advertising as a homework, or kind of a, hey guys, did you know that you could read some stories at home as well? So it's available to us. We're finding it to be a great resource, and I hope you do as well. Thanks.